Now, if the Constitution in South Africa is discriminatory, they have their checks and balances in that land, just like we do. And that is for them to. So if the Afrikaners don't actually like the land, they can leave that country.
They are. They're leaving to come here.
No. They can
these refugees are coming here.
They can actually leave and go to where their native land is, which is probably Germany.
Are you against them coming here?
You got the Scott and the retards thing queued up. You got it. Let's roll.
There's not a genocide in South Africa.
That's right.
And we have a refugee program.
I am sure there's been violence
against
one side or the other.
There has been violence.
Answer me one question.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Answer.
I want to make a point. Violence does not equal genocide.
That's
so
right.
We need to be really, really clear about that. Because if you look
at
the
dead guy, you may not say that.
Okay. So if you think about the history of South Africa, it being under an apartheid system, and that allowed for a racial reconciliation, one that this country has yet to do, but South Africa did it, and they reformed their constitution, and part of that is that the people who are native to that land deserve their rightful land back. That is not what the Afrikaners actually want to have happen, which are the white Africans. Now, if the Constitution in South Africa is discriminatory, they have their checks and balances in that land, just like we do. And that is for them to. So if the Afrikaners don't actually like the land, they can leave that country.
They are. They're leaving to come here.
No. They can
these refugees are coming here.
They can actually leave and go to where their native land is, which is probably Germany.
Are you against them coming here?
Holland, probably.
Holland.
Are you
yes.
against them coming here?
I'm against the hypocrisy of this administration.
No, that's not the question. The question is, are you against them coming?
I would say that was a gratuitous use of Scott and the retards. It was more just retards, and then Scott checked in at the end. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff here. First off, the Afrikaners, the woman doesn't even know what she's saying. The Afrikaners were not from Germany. They were from Holland. Thank you to the other person who cleaned it up for her. She just doesn't know what she's talking about. They came to South Africa in the mid-1600s. So they've been there, let's say, for over 400 years. So you want to talk about native? What are you talking about? So everyone should go back to where they are natively from. Where's your family from, lady? What right do you have to be in America? And even if your ancestors were slaves and they were forcibly brought here, well, they were forcibly, which is not good, by the way, but they were forcibly brought here by people who came from other places, and we all should go back. So ironically, what these people are doing constantly with this idea of the natives should just be the only one on the land, they are trying to upend every Western society everywhere, that no one will have a right to live anywhere. And ironically, for these lefty dingbats, the place they hate the most, of course, is Israel, which used to be known as Judea back in the time of Jesus, and you're not going to believe who lived in Judea, but nothing they say makes any sense. And again, we're talking about 59 people right now. And if it had been 59 black people, they'd be going crazy and applauding and everything else. So this is another one where Trump is quite good at just exposing their hypocrisy and ridiculousness. This is a meme that I think is worth 1,000 words on all of this one. Up top, you see the pink-haired, rather large, didn't get the Ozempic yet, social justice warrior, refugees welcome. And then, of course, when she sees that they are a white family with children, then suddenly she is a bit unhappy. And that is basically where we are at right now.